Hey everyone, in this video, we'll uncover the most valuable Abraham Lincoln wheat penny you should be on the lookout for. We'll break down what makes these Lincoln wheat pennies so special, how much they're worth in today's market, and what you need to know to sell them successfully at auction. So, let's get started. First up, the 1952D Lincoln wheat penny is part of the later years of the wheat cent series, which ran from 1909 until 1958. The obverse still carried Victor David Brenner's portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse displayed the classic wheat stalks framing the denomination. By the early 1950s, the Lincoln wheat cent had already become one of the most widely used and recognized coins in circulation. The Denver Mint produced an impressive 746 million pennies in 1952. A very large mintage that makes this issue quite common today. With so many coins struck and surviving, most 1952D pennies are not rare, especially in circulated condition. Collectors generally look for higher-grade red examples or unusual errors from this year, rather than worn, low-grade pieces. This coin is described as being in bad condition with scratches. In coin grading terms, bad condition generally means it falls into the lower circulated grades, such as about good, fair, or good. On such coins, Lincoln's portrait is heavily worn. Details in his hair and face are flat. The wheat stalks on the reverse are nearly smooth, and scratches further reduce eye appeal, while the date and mint mark remain visible. The heavy wear makes it a very low-grade collectible. So what is a 1952D wheat penny worth in today's market? In poor to heavily worn condition, these coins usually sell for 2 to 3 cents, just slightly above face value. In higher circulated grades, like fine or very fine, values can rise to 5 to 15 cents. Extra fine examples may bring 20 to 40 cents. And about uncirculated pieces typically trade for around 50 cents to $1. In mint state, red-brown coins are worth about $2 to $5, while fully red examples in higher grades can sell for $15 to $40, with the best certified pieces reaching $100 or more at auction. For this specific coin, A1952D wheat penny in bad condition with scratches, the realistic value today is about 2 to 3 cents. Its heavy wear and damage place it at the lowest end of the value scale, though it still carries interest as part of the historic wheat penny series. The 1952D penny also has historical significance, as it was struck during a time of post-war economic growth in America. Though common, it represents the pennies that everyday Americans used in their pockets, stores, and savings jars during the early 1950s. Next up, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny is one of the most recognized coins of the World War II era. Struck just a year after the famous 1943 steel cents, the 1944 pennies marked the return to a primarily copper alloy, made partly from recycled shell casings from the war effort. This gives the 1944 issue extra historical importance, as these coins literally carry the story of wartime America. The San Francisco Mint struck more than 282 million pennies in 1944, identified by the small s mint mark beneath the date. While not scarce, the 1944S is less common than its Philadelphia and Denver counterparts, making it somewhat more collectible among the three. This particular coin is described as being in good condition, with scratches. In grading terms, good means it is well worn, with Lincoln's portrait flat and many details missing, though the outline of his head, the date, and mint mark remain clear. On the reverse, the wheat stalks are faint, with most inner lines worn smooth. Scratches further reduce its overall eye appeal, though it still holds value to collectors because of its age and mint mark. So, what is a 1944's Lincoln wheat penny worth in today's market? In good condition, like this one, it typically trades for about 5 to 10 cents. In fine condition, values rise to around 15 to 25 cents, and in very fine, they can bring 30 to 50 cents. Extra fine examples may sell for 75 cents to $1.50, while about uncirculated pieces usually fetch $2 to $4. In mint state, red-brown coins are worth around $5 to $10, while fully red certified examples can sell for $30 to $75 at the highest mint state levels. Some pieces can even exceed $200 at auction. For this specific coin, 1944S Wheat Penny, in good condition with scratches, the realistic value today is about 5 to 8 cents. The scratches and heavy wear keep it on the lower end of the price scale, but it remains a collectible piece from the wartime years of U.S. coinage. The 1944S penny carries strong historical appeal because of its direct connection to the World War II era. Collectors often view it as part of the transition from the one-year-only steel cent of Gret, 1943 back to the traditional copper alloy, making it far more than just another common wheat penny. Next up, the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the last issues of the long-running Wheat Cent series, which began in 1909 and ended in 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat stalks on the reverse. By the mid-1950s, the wheat penny had already become a familiar coin in circulation, though collectors were beginning to save rolls and bags in anticipation of the design change that would soon arrive in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial reverse. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 420 million pennies in 1956, a very high mintage that makes this coin common today in circulated grades. Because so many survive, the 1956 no-mint mark penny is one of the more affordable wheat cents, especially when heavily worn. Collectors typically pay more attention to higher-grade uncirculated red examples than to coins in lower circulated conditions. This coin is described as being in fine condition with some scratches. In grading terms, fine means the coin saw moderate circulation. On the obverse, Lincoln's portrait shows noticeable wear, with much of the detail in his hair and cheeks smoothed down. The date and lettering remain strong and readable. On the reverse, the wheat stalks are still outlined, but most of the inner lines have worn away. The scratches further reduce the coin's eye appeal, though it still carries collector interest as part of the final years of the Wheat series. So, what is a 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny worth in today's market? In good condition, it usually trades for 2 to 3 cents, just slightly above face value. In fine condition, like this coin, the value rises to about 5 to 10 cents. Very fine examples may sell for 10 to 15 cents, while extra fine coins typically bring 20 to 30 cents. About uncirculated pieces can reach 40 to 75 cents. And mint state red-brown examples are usually worth $1 to $3. Fully red uncirculated coins can bring $10 to $25. With high-grade certified MS66 or MS67 red examples reaching $100 or more at auction. For this specific coin, 1956, no mint mark wheat penny in fine condition with scratches, the realistic market value today is around 5 to 7 cents. While not rare, it is still worth more than face value and holds significance as part of the final chapter of the Wheat Penny series. The 1956 penny reflects the closing years of an iconic coin design. Though common, it represents the pennies that circulated in America during a time of prosperity in the 1950s, just before the design shifted to honor Lincoln's memorial. To sum it up, the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny, without mint mark, in fine condition with scratches, has a current market value of about 5 to 7 cents in today's market. While modest in price, it remains a collectible coin with both historical and sentimental value for wheat cent enthusiasts. Next up, the 1954 Lincoln Wheat Penny is part of the later years of the Wheat Cent series, which ran from 1909 through 1958, designed by Victor David Brenner. The obverse features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse carries the classic wheat stalks that had become symbolic of the series. By 1954, the Lincoln Wheat Penny had been in circulation for 45 years, and collectors of the time were already taking interest in putting aside coins in higher grades. The Philadelphia Mint struck more than 71 million wheat pennies in 1954, making this issue fairly common today. While not as high a mintage as some later dates, it is still widely available in circulated grades. Collectors usually seek uncirculated examples, especially those with full red color, as those carry stronger premiums. This coin is described as having a large date design. On 1954 pennies, the date style can appear slightly bolder and more prominent, though the difference is not a major rarity. The grading places it in extra fine condition. At this level, the coin shows light wear from circulation but retains strong detail. On the obverse, Lincoln's hair and cheek are still well defined, with only minor flattening. The date and lettering are sharp and clear. On the reverse, the wheat stalks are complete with many inner lines visible. The scratches reduce its eye appeal somewhat, but the overall detail is far above average circulation. So what is a 1954 no-mint mark wheat penny worth in today's market? In lower circulated grades like good, these coins trade for about 3 to 5 cents. In fine condition, values rise to 5 to 10 cents, while very fine examples are worth around 10 to 15 cents. Extra fine coins such as this one typically sell for 20 to 40 cents. About uncirculated examples may bring 50 cents to $1, while mint state coins are valued much higher. Uncirculated red-brown coins often sell for $2 to $5, and bright red certified coins can range from $15 to $30, with superb MS-66 or higher examples reaching $100 or more at auction. For this specific coin, a 1954 wheat penny without mint mark. Large date, in extra fine condition with scratches, the realistic value today is about 20 to 30 cents. The scratches reduce it slightly, but the sharp detail of extra fine grade still makes it a desirable mid-level collectible. The 1954 penny also represents an interesting point in U.S. coinage history. It circulated during the booming post-war years of the 1950s, just a few years before the wheat design would be replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. Coins like this mark the transition between America's wartime coinage of the 1940s and the modern era that began in the late 1950s. To sum it up, the 1954 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark. Large date in extra fine condition with scratches, carries a current market value of around 20 to 30 cents in today's market. While not rare, it remains a collectible coin that showcases strong detail, historical significance, and a place in the final years of the beloved Wheat Penny series.